I'm joined today by Scott Montgomery, CEO of Advanced Health Intelligence. Scott, thanks for your time.
Great to be here, Dave.
It's been a busy 12 months. Just let's rewind a little bit. What is the business and why is it so compelling?
So Advanced Health Intelligence is a technology company focused on health. We're bringing healthcare just to a smartphone. So we're opening up access to biometric health screening for insurers, for healthcare providers and for governments globally.
2023 was a busy year for AHI. What were some of the highlights that investors may have missed?
Look, we've worked very hard on integrating the technology first and foremost. So you're bringing that through to productise. And then once we've productised that, then we've got to put that through our own proof points or validation processes. So we've worked with the University of Stellenbosch out of South Africa. We've got subjects going through there to prove the accuracy, sensitivity, specificity against gold standard measurements such as live blood draws, ECGs, etc. So we've worked very hard on that. We've got some really promising indicators coming out of that. And over time, as we put more volumes of subjects through, that will set us up to complete more of a regulatory pathway for us.
Now that you've brought all the technology together and you're working through that process of validating what you believe the outcomes will be, how easy is it to use and how impressed are the end users by the ease of use?
So we've got a process that is well under 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes you'll go through by yourself, no health professional, no other equipment at all, no wearable, no blood pressure machine, nothing else, and we can produce a report with 61 outputs, 5 major health categories, and it's equivalent to about 168 consultation minutes through a traditional health process. We're doing that in less than 15. So for a user to sit in a waiting room, to go and get blood draws, to get punctured, all of that is now, we can give an indication, a very, very high indication of accuracy to those 61 outputs in less than 15 minutes. User experience is fantastic.
When you integrate tech, there's always challenges. How well has the integration happened?
We're going through some really exciting university studies at the moment to prove that exact point. So we've got some validation coming out of South Africa, the University of Stellenbosch, proving the accuracy, sensitivity, specificity of the technology against gold standard protocols, blood pressure, live blood draws, ECGs and the such. So we're really confident of where we sit at the moment, hence the excitement for this year.
How do you make money?
We sell to big payers. We're a B2B proposition. We're not out for a retail point. We go to big payers such as insurers, such as reinsurers, healthcare providers, and ultimately for us, government healthcare in the form of ministries and departments of health. And we sell a license. So we've got a subscription-based model where we avail this through to our customer who then in turn on-forwards it or avails it to their policyholder or their constituent in the community.
How are those discussions going? Must be a time to integrate, a time to get them on board. How are the discussions going? And once you land one of these customers, how long to integrate into their business?
Look, it can be as quick as 3 months. It can extend out, and we've had some a reshaping of our target customer over the last 12 to 18 months.
Touching on regulatory, what is the pathway and what is the plan there?
So we've made a submission into the FDA. So we are very clearly not a diagnostic, we are not a therapeutic, and we're not endeavouring to be. Where we sit is that we're here to augment health professionals, to give more information for a clinical decision or to bring people into a consult. So what the FDA for us will be a software as a medical device consideration, and then that is the US jurisdiction. We've got CE throughout Europe, we've got the ATG and the Therapeutic Goods Association here in Australia, the SFDA for Saudi Arabia. So we've got nuances in here where our tech is going to be considered by those pathways as a medical device.
And what's the work you need to do?
It's a big academic play. So our clinical team and our research and development team and our product team put together all of the robust research that we've done for this and then to demonstrate the accuracy in the process to fit inside and around clinical protocols. So it's a very, very well-trodden pathway, especially for the FDA, globally renowned. And so we've got to fit into that process. And there is a flurry of technical inventions that are being made, and so the actual backlog of the FDA at the moment for software as a medical device and digital therapeutics is catapulted. So they've got some recruiting to do, I think.
The timeline for a regulatory approval, does that impact commerciality?
To a degree, yes, because it's often a point for the customer to say, look, I've got total conviction in here because I can rest on the credibility of the FDA or CE or the TGA here. But because we're not a diagnostic, actually it doesn't for other customers. So for insurance and for, to a degree, some healthcare providers, telemedicine for example, we don't need that. We're not sitting in that requirement space. We're underneath that clinical threshold. We're there to help their decision making by giving some biometric information for the entire decision around that profile of the user.
2024, it's a big year. Clearly you're excited by what's coming. What should investors be focusing on?
Well, I think the big question here for any technology, scalable health technology, is commercialization. We've got 25,000 users in the US with our partner Burn, where our 50-50 revenue share commits a minimum of $15 per user. That all commences this quarter. So for us, it's about going from all of the research, the development, the hard work, the blood, sweat and tears of the last 9 years, last 18 months, now to put it into the hands of the users, of the wild. And we will see a very, very healthy company in 2024.
Exciting times ahead. We're excited, you're excited. Can't wait to see the progress. Look forward to following with interest. Scott, thanks for your time.
Appreciate that, David. Thank you.